Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Lucky Wolf, and today I'm going to be playing some VGC Regulation E on the VGC Regulation E ranked ladder, and I am going to be using this team that I did kind of throw together. So there's a couple Pokemon I just kind of wanted to use, and I didn't really know where to start with team building for Regulation E. There's just so many things I wanted to use, so I did just kind of mash a bunch of them together, and we're gonna see how it goes. So I really wanted to use Roaring Moon. I love Roaring Moon's design. I used it in earlier regulations, and Roaring Moon did get knockoff, and knockoff is such an incredible move. So I wanted to use Roaring Moon with knockoff. I also wanted to use Ogerpon. She's a cutie. She's an absolute cutie, and she's very strong, so I wanted to give her a try. I also wanted to use Milotic as well as Arcanine, and so kind of the main question and the main thing I'm going to be testing, I think, when we're in these games is how good can I get Howl off? Oops. Can I get Howl off in these games, and if so, how good is it? I think that's going to be my main question while playing, and you will notice I do have the code covered for this team. It's not because I'm trying to be secretive. If I was trying to be secretive, I probably wouldn't play the team here on the YouTube. It's actually just because I don't believe this team is optimized in any way, and I just get a little nervous sharing teams that I don't think are optimized. So this is definitely a team, this is kind of my starting point, and this is definitely a team I'm going to work on going forward, and then I will, if people are interested, I will eventually share it, but that's pretty much that. So let's just jump into some games. Okay, for game one, really cool team. So we're gonna see the Chi-Yu Flutter mode. We are also gonna see a Water Ogerpon, as well as a Landorus and Iron Hands, as well as the King Gambit there. And so the King Gambit is really the thing that I am worried about, as I do really want to bring my Arcanine to this. I really want to bring Arcanine to this game, but the King Gambit is really giving me pause about that. Do I like Milotic here, I guess is the question, because they have their Intimidate. And I would think I'm rocking 5, yes, count them, 5 physical attackers, so I really want to think that they would want to bring their Intimidate here as well. I do think cleaning up the game with Glide is pretty nice, if I can afford to do that. I don't have a lot that I can do into the King Gambit, which worries me, so I think I probably go... I'm gonna go POW Arcanine, which will at least make the King Gambit want to Terra immediately, and then I'm actually just gonna hopefully close it out with Double Grass, which I know looks a little weird. I know the Double Grass looks a little weird. With Double Grass in the back, I'm mostly worried about the Chi-Yu. But I think if I can get chip damage on the Chi-Yu, then I should be okay to get some... I should be okay in that case to finish the game with the Grassy Glide. At least that's kind of the game plan I'm going for. Okay. This is not bad. This is, they get an Intimidate off on my 2 physical attackers. I also get an Intimidate off on their 2 physical attackers. So I would assume Arcanine is going to eat a... I would assume okay. I'm worried that they're going to U-turn. I am worried that they are going to U-turn off my Chien-Pao. I don't really have a good swap-in for that, so I think my best play is to protect. I could Howl immediately, but I do think I want the burn on the Forapalms. This backfires very quickly if they go Terra Fire, but it looks like they're not going to do that. Okay, they actually just Rock Slide, so that's not ideal for me. I think as long as I don't flinch, I don't even want to say it out loud, that actually still does very good damage to me. Nope, we get the Will-O-Wisp up, and we hit the Will-O-Wisp. Huge. Immediately big turn for us. Immediately big turn. And you go, and Four Palms goes for what? Drain Punch, nice into the, okay, cool. Well, now I do think it's pretty safe for me to get my Rillaboom in here. I'll get Rillaboom in. And I'm actually just gonna Howl. I think you're gonna withdraw your Landorus. I do think you withdraw your Landorus here. So I'm not sure this is worth it. I could go for a burn on the Landorus, but I'm gonna do this. I could have alternatively double swapped as well. But I'm gonna hopefully be able to start howling up and then just get some absolutely massive glides off later. Rock Slide, yep. Hurting the Arcanine, but we're okay. Eat my berry. And the Four Palms here is, so the Iron Hands is at -1 and burned. We get the Howl, loving that for me. Absolutely loving that for me. Sash is also still intact. Yeah, no damage, okay. In fact, that may have healed me. Okay, and we still have Sash intact in the back, so that's very good for us, I think. I almost just want to Howl here again. I could Fake Out. That doesn't seem terrible for me. But I think I go damage here. And I do think I want to get my Ogerpon in. Keep Arcanine safe. I think I can bring Arcanine in as a switch if I want to later. Yep, okay. So what wants to take this? I really probably should have Woodhammered. Oh. Okay, well this is gonna do good damage. In other news, this is gonna do good damage. So I really could have stayed in and howled again. I truly could have gone for the Howl again, which is a little bit unfortunate by me, but I'm very happy to get some good damage. That is good damage. Drain Punch, yep. Is my Ogerpon on the field? Ogerpon, hello, are you there? Ogerpon, speak to me, buddy. I think we're on the field. So far, no King Gambit, which is pretty big. Oh, our Ogerpon's there. I just, can't see her. Oh, there you are! Hi, bud. Hi, bud. I kind of want to hard swap back into my Arcanine. Am I playing it too cute? If I swap back into Arcanine, is that too cute here? I don't think it is. I think now is a safe time to get my Arcanine in. Because I think you have to go for the Spiky. I think you have to Spiky here. I think if anything... Oh. I think they had to Spiky Shield there, to be completely honest with you. Because you have to Spiky or I KO you, so here I get chip damage, and if you leave your Ogerpon in and you go for Spiky Shield, I get the -1, and then even if you swap in your Landorus, then Landorus would also go to -1, so that I don't think that was on my end, but now it's getting suspicious! No, it wasn't on my end, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So, sometimes I struggle with, what I would definitely call this a balanced team. So sometimes I struggle with balanced teams. When am I playing it to what I call cute? When am I playing it, when do I stop the swapping and go for damage? So that's kind of, when I am playing with balance, that is one piece of my play that I scrutinize and I look at very closely, because I think that is a very important aspect of playing balance. And so I do still think switching in my Arcanine there is okay. Worst case is I overpredict they go for an Ivy Cudgel into my Arcanine. That's not great, but they're still in there at -1, and I still got my Intimidate off. My Rillaboom is still sitting healthy at +1 attack with Terrain up, and I still have Chiempao with Sash in the back, as well as my full health Ogerpon that can also go for Grassy Glide. And the Four Palms is burned, so even if they swap it out the Intimidates, still burned, still gonna be at -2 essentially. So I'm pretty happy, I think, overall with how I played that one. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see the end game play out because that game still had like, no one had picked up a KO. That game still had so much to be played. But let's just jump into another one, and hopefully we don't have a disconnect. Next game of today. Okay. Dusclops? Dusclops is kind of a pain. Dusclops Trick Room, I will say, the team doesn't love seeing that. The team truly doesn't love seeing that. There's also, so it seems like Blood Moon, Ursaluna, Dusclops, Conkeldurr, that's a very obvious Trick Room. Rillaboom can also be run fairly slowly, could also work in Trick Room, but then you have the Tailwind mode. By that, I guess I mean Ogerpon and the Tornadus. So I'm mostly worried, Tailwind I think I can outstall. I'm mostly worried about the Trick Room. Especially if the Dusclops has something like Will-O-Wisp. Okay. I think if I can get myself into some sort of position, like Howl actually seems good here. I think if I can get myself into some sort of Howl position, that is where I want to be, but I really do not have good defenses against the Blood Moon. I genuinely do not. Like, maybe I should go... Yeah, okay, I think I do this, but I do have to be very careful of my Arcanine. Usually to a Trick Room matchup like this, I would bring the Milotic, but they have double Grass type, and so I'm not trying to bring Milotic into that. So I think this is kind of my best bet. This does give me a little bit of bulk, it gives me a little bit of pivot power. If I can hopefully be able to Howl myself up, but I think the big thing is going to be outstalling Trick Room with the Blood Moon. Is that that's Dusclops, yeah, okay. Okay. I literally just said I have to keep my Arcanine healthy. Okay. Are they going to be Fairy-type Dusclops? Like, if they are, the truth is, I don't have much into that. Even if they go Fairy-type to resist the knockoff damage, I still think knockoff is the best play. We knock off their Eviolite, so it still makes them less bulky. Oh, I really want to Howl here, but it's probably not worth it. I could also double into the Clops. I think arguably doubling into the Clops is also better for me, but this is like exactly what I didn't want to see. So this is very scary. So the reason I do this is I get either Glide or Fake Out next turn. They could be Terra Ghost. Yeah, okay, they're just gonna be Terra Fairy. They're just gonna be Terra Fairy. But still, I knew that this was a possibility, and I still think knocking off Eviolite... Oh, it's actually Dark type. Same difference for me, I guess. Same difference for me, I guess. Knocking off the Eviolite, though, is huge. Either way, it resists. No more Eviolite, though. Hyper Voice. Okay. Are you going to be the booster? Yeah, you are the booster item. Okay. The cool thing is, though, I can Fake Out now. I can Fake that out now, because I was worried about them going Ghost type. But we just get to kind of... Waste is probably the wrong word, but... Here, I just Fake Out. We're going to use a little turn of Trick Room. I think I should go for the damage while I can. But I actually want to play this kind of greedy. Nope, I don't think that's correct. Okay, hold on. Let me think. Okay, so the board state I want to be in is Howl next to Glide. That's the board state I want. So I think I just gotta set it up for myself. I think I just gotta set it up for myself. They didn't secretly have a giraffe, I don't think, to stop this Fake Out. Intimidate, once again, yes, does nothing. Oh, okay, that's also fine. And Dusclops does what? Are you Will-O-Wisp? on the Clops. Nightshade, okay. Still bad. Still bad. Still bad. I do think with Grassy healing, I do live this. I think I just have to keep howling, but there should be no way for me to beat this duo. Whoa, that actually does a lot. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Okay, now I definitely don't live. I did Howl my Arcanine up, though, so I'll take that. I get to eat my berry. I have E-Speed up on deck. Okay. Arcanine boosted. Arcanine be boosted. Okay. Do I still have an out here? I think I do. It's rough, but I think I do. And we heal up. I do think I have to Terra the Ogre Pawn. +1 should KO. Let me check Trick Room turns. 2. This is doable, I think. I do think this is doable. Ugly. Ugly, but doable. Do I have to double to ensure the KO? Nah, I'm a Howl. I'm a Howl. I think Howl's the way here. I think if I can get myself into a place where, like, extreme speed can do things, that will be good. But this is a really tough endgame. This is not even endgame. We're not even in the endgame. Well, we might be. But this matchup is pretty terrible. Can't burn me, can't burn either of these mons, which is good, so I don't have to worry about the Willow as much. We get the Glide off, Glide KOs, another Howl goes up. So now we're both sitting at +2/+2. Pain split, okay. Yeah, it's gonna fail because they actually have more HP than me. Which is why that's gonna... Oh! Wait, no, sorry! Did it fail because they were trying to pain split their own Blood Moon? Now that's a play! I like that play. I like that play. That's spicy as heck. I like that. What do you bring in here? Your own Ogre Pawn. Okay. Is Spiky worth it here? Like, it's hard because if there's really slow Ogre Pawn, I'm not trying to take a ton of Ivy Cudgel damage, you know? I need to be able to KO the Dusclops next turn. I need to be able to KO the Dusclops next turn. It feels inherently wrong to be E-speeding a Dusclops, but here we are. Here we are! Nice. Okay. So this Dusclops should be in range of a... Let's see. Gonna be close. Okay, Nightshade to protect. Do you actually take damage from this? I don't know. Let's see. A little bit of damage, a little bit of damage. No. Okay. It looks like it makes contact. I know technically it's not a physical type move. It just looks like it makes contact. No more grass. Okay, so this is just, I think, an Ivy Cudgel here. You already protected. And I do think I Flare Blitz into you. Am I at +2? Arcanine, please do this for me, buddy. Please do this for me, buddy. Please do this for me, buddy. Okay, they are faster, actually. But we fully resist instead of taking neutral damage, because we did Terra. I want to say this at +2 does KO. This is not resisted, this is neutral damage. See ya. Very nice. And, okay. Regardless, this Flare Blitz should put them in range. Nice. There it is. Okay, now we suddenly have a 3v1. Cool. Okay. This one, I think I could have played a little bit better. But I do think I got myself into the position I wanted, which is I don't care about your Trick Room because I'm gonna Howl and I'm gonna get priority Grassy Glides off. That's kind of how I felt like this game plays out, and they do cancel. Because I guess, like, if they're Iron Fist Life Orb or something, and they go for Mach Punch, I didn't protect anything, because I don't think I need to in this position. They go for, Mach Punch, then I still get a Flare Blitz off, and then that will put them in range of an E-Speed, and they already Terra, so it's not like we're worried about Ghost type or Water type or anything like that. So that matchup I will say is tough. But that is essentially how I think I played the matchup, is I just stall out their Trick Room. Even though the Fake Out didn't go off, it forced them to protect, so they weren't using one turn of Trick Room. And then I just get Ogre Pawn and Arcanine in there, Howl, do my thing, you know? So especially because that first one was a disconnect, we're definitely going to play one last game. But I will say, on this team, I wanted to test Howl. And Howl's actually, so in those two games, Howl was putting in massive work. So I'm really happy to see Howl do that much work. Yeah, so let's get into the last one, I guess. Last game of the day, Kyle. I literally just said this was a bad matchup. I literally had to fight. I had to work hard that last game to beat this, and now we have it again with a Grimmsnarl. Pain. Okay. I still think, okay. Couple things. They do have 2 special Trick Room Sweepers. Count them, 2. And that's worrisome. Because I don't have, I have Intimidate, I have Will-O-Wisp, but I don't have a great way to weaken special type damage. So I think this one is, last game I thought was difficult. This game, even more difficult. But I think if I can play it similarly, then that's just what I have to do. It's tough because I actually want to bring Champ out of this game. I do want to bring Champ out of this game. Can I lead Rillaboom? Because that's the one thing. I think I wish I led Rillaboom last game because I was forced into pivoting into Rillaboom. So I'm going to try that. Oops, if I can get it in time. I can. Watch this. 4 seconds to spare. 3 seconds to spare. Made it. Okay. So I think that is the one thing I think I wished I had led my Rillaboom, because I felt like I lost. Intimidate didn't matter that first turn, and so I felt like I lost any momentum I could have had by having to hard swap out. It's actually Grimmsnarl Chi-Yu. Okay. You know what would have been nice here? Arcanine. I could Terra Fire. I hate having to Terra first turn, though. It feels bad. Are they Terra Ghost? Arcanine having to eat all this damage doesn't feel great. Dang. Okay. Not great for me. I am dancing here, though. Fully gonna dance. Which is probably a mistake. Okay, you do fake that out. That makes sense. We got our dance up. Very nice. I was worried about the fake out. You know, I wonder if I was faster, though. I wonder if that whole time I was just faster. Nice. Okay, that's not too bad. Life Orb. Cool. Get a little bit of health back. I'm gonna Howl here. I know this looks like a very weird play, because I think it is a very weird play, but I want to go for the Howl. So I'm simply going to. I think it sets me up well to break through screens later in the game. You're telling me if I stayed a dark type? Oh my gosh, that's so painful. That's so painful. They can't T-Wave a dark type. Pain. Okay. Maybe they predicted it. Maybe that was a sweet predict, but we say goodbye to GU. Huge. Get this Howl off. Huge. If I don't get full parried, we're a threat. If I do not get full parried here, we are a threat. That is actually pain. Maybe it was a sick prediction, but I should have just stayed dark type, but I really wanted to pick up the KO. I'm gonna double into the Grimmsnarl. They haven't set up any screens. They have not set up any screens, so if we can actually break through, I'm gonna feel pretty good about that, I think. Reflect, makes sense. They actually didn't protect the Sylveon, so I probably should have gone for the Sylveon. We get our acrobatics, huge. How much are we doing here? Oh, we actually just, okay. So we full on then get this +1 Flare Blitz into the Sylveon. I wish I wasn't taking chip damage, but I will happily take, okay, yeah. Because the goal is to put this mon in range of my 2 Pokemon in the back, which it should. Nice. And we do kind of eat that. Arcanine eats the berry. Perfect. And they are Throat Spray. Kind of to be expected. I have to be careful with my terrain turns as well, because I would like to have priority alive. Okay, let me think about the rest of this game. This game is far from over. You saw how hard it is to take down Ursaluna. Grassy Terrain, 2 more turns, which is very awkward. I think I just need to do chip damage here. But we'll see. This end game is very tough. Very, okay, that is scary. I will say for the record, that is scary. The one thing that's gonna be good here is that do we get this off? Huge acrobatics, that should KO. That's a +2 acrobatics, baby, yes! Okay. Yeah, okay, that's game then. That's game. Because Ursaluna is not taking down, is it? I feel like I spoke too soon. I'm like, Ursaluna's gonna pick up this double KO right here, but then we should be able, oh, that did 1 damage. Oh my gosh, hello. Wait a second, hold on. Hold? Oh, they EP, okay. Fair enough. But this actually gives me an opening. I do not believe that crit mattered. This does give me an opening because here, I do get to bring in my Ogerpon to ensure that I can get my terrain back up. We're scared. We're scared. I do want my terrain up. What if this is like secretly fast Ogerpon? Sorry, not fast Ogerpon. What if this is secretly fast Ursaluna? I am gonna knock off. I think I always Spiky Shield. Let me just make sure. This should be last turn terrain. Yep. I just want to make sure I live. Knock off. Spiky. Okay, let's see. We get the knockoff off. So good. Great damage there. Okay, no more leftovers, and you actually Blood Moon that. Great read. Good read by my opponent. They should have Protect. I feel as though they should have Protect. If I had Swords Dance, which I believe on this team is a little bit overkill because we do have the Howl, but if they have Swords Dance, if I had Swords Dance, I'd click it here, but all I have to do here, I'm just trying to give myself the 100% win con. So I'd rather take no damage. I'd rather take no damage here. Instead of like missing the KO or something wild. And this will for sure, they already Terran, so this will for sure put them in range of a like 2 glides or another wood hammer and wood hammer or something like that. But okay, that actually, so my opponent just didn't really bring speed control besides the T-Wave. And so my play there, the Thunder Wave was a little bit scary for me. The Thunder Wave was certainly scary for me. However, one, I didn't get full parried. That's huge. That's really huge. Not getting full parried. It mattered less at the end game, but really mattered in the beginning. And I still always think, well, I guess, okay. I guess a play that's better so that I don't have to Terra is I am at +2. It won't be stab, but I am at +2 with my Roaring Moon. So I think that turn, if I don't have to Terra, I can go for something like an Acrobatics and an E-Speed into the fish to pick up the KO. However, it's just hard because I don't know what moves this Grimmsnarl is carrying. So I was also trying to avoid, if they protect the fish, because they're Life Orbs, so I think on a Life Orb set, you'd probably run Protect. So if they protect the fish, and they just go right for a Spirit Break, which if I didn't Terra would be 4 times super effective, then I would get KO'd and I would have wasted the Dragon Dance and the Howl on my Moon. So that's why I think, multiple reasons I think Terraing is actually fine there. The read into T-Waving that slot was just really good on my opponent, but luckily I still outsped because I'm booster speed and then I dance, so I was also +1 speed, and so I was just literally faster than everything. So we were able to claw our way out of that one. But okay, wait, is Howl good? That's gonna be the title. That's gonna be the title. Is Howl broken in Regulation E? These 3 battles say yes. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Please feel free to leave a like, comment, or subscribe. If not exactly none of that, I do hope everybody has an absolutely amazing day. Okay, for real, bye!